Everyone's favorite time of the year is right around the corner, college football season. To celebrate, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new players in the center of the action with $200 in free bets instantly if you bet $1 or more on any college football game. Take advantage of this limited-time offer now. You heard that right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any college football game, no matter what. Head to DraftKings Sportsbook app now to check out all of the great promotions and daily odds boosts that they are offering. DraftKings Sportsbook is safe, secure, and reliable, located right here in the United States, so it's easy to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code THPN to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any college football game. That's promo code THPN to get your free $200 in free bets instantly. For limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or PA only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or Indiana 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
You are now tuned in to the Windy City Benders podcast. This is WCBP.
All right, it's another edition of the WCB podcast, a part of the Hockey Podcast Network. It's Jarom, it's Tanner, and before we started recording, some shitty news came out.
Yeah, pretty shit.
Yeah, so I guess we'll
tons of shitty news have come out.
Yeah, a lot of shitty news right now. But before we get into that, Tanner, how you doing, bud?
I'm feeling great.
Feeling great.
Feeling very like 30 pounds lighter.
30 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
Free.
Liberated. Quit the job. Quit my job. Just fucking up and said bye. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I feel great.
And hearing the story, it was a fantastic story. It's like just shows how fucking shitty things are right now, especially like restaurant bars and all that kind of shit. Like,
yeah,
it
sucks.
Yeah, I don't know how people are doing it, but yeah, well, good.
More power to everybody that's working through restaurant gigs that are very understaffed, because I fucking hated it. You don't have to keep holding on. That's all I gotta say. Just fucking whatever, man. They can figure it out without you.
All right, we won't get into that, but so I guess we'll jump right into probably the top story of this episode. Chicago Blackhawks announced that legendary goaltender, Hockey Hall of Famer Tony Esposito had passed away from pancreatic cancer. He was 78 years old, and this one sucks. This feels like the same thing. I don't know I know you're a big Tony guy.
Yeah. It's one of those things that kind of is rough, because I was literally like talking to my mom on Zoom. And like I had told you about this story before, like every time I had gotten a Hawks jersey, I had like they either got traded or they retired, something like that.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, I got a Hammer jersey, he got traded. I got my ex a Panarin jersey at the time, he got traded. I got a Hossa jersey, he had to retire, and I had gotten an Esposito jersey, and I brought it to visit my mom. I packed it while it was hammered. Go to unpack my bag. It's sitting right there, and she goes, "Oh, you brought a jersey." I go, "I think I'm supposed to give this to you." I was like, "If I hold on to this, I feel like he's gonna die." And then while I'm talking to her, I was like, "Wow, this is kind of weird news to fucking happen when I'm talking to you." Like, damn, that's shit.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that, dude. No more jerseys for you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I have a Kaner jersey. I think he's doing okay. He's like the one that defies everything.
Knock on so much wood, any wood possible. Knock on it.
Yeah, I know he's not gonna be able to start the season now.
Fuck. But yeah, so like the first gut, like I know I'm not a goalie guy, but like the first thing, it kind of felt like when I found out Mikita passed. Like Mikita
Yeah.
was my guy. I think Mikita was my Esposito for you.
I mean, no.
No?
Makita is my Makita. Esposito is my Esposito.
Yeah.
They're just Hawks legends.
Those,
You
yeah,
know, like it. It's they're. I'm never gonna like. I know what you're saying, but like to me, like these guys are just their own legendary guys. Like
yeah.
I didn't. I mean, I don't necessarily look up to Tony O or anything like that. But just being a goalie, it's just like you got to appreciate everything that they did for the Hawks and how great they were in their time.
I mean, 15 years he played with the Blackhawks. That was 837 games, 418 wins. He's still the all-time winningest goalie in Blackhawk history. He had a career save percentage of 906. These numbers suck because they have 13 games with Montreal Canadiens his rookie year. Career 2.93 goals against average, 76 career shutouts, 74 of them coming with Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, and this is when goalies were getting scored on like crazy.
Like he was doing ridiculous things back when they essentially just put goalies in net just to have something there.
Yeah.
It's not what it is now.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to see some like numbers that he has that are better than current NHLers that like have way more padding and like a tons more training and everything. And like it says that when he's 26 in 1969, 1970, he put up a 932 save percentage in 63 games. Like that's insane.
71, 72, 934 in 48 games. He won the Vezina 3 times, Calder Trophy. So he won the Calder and the Vezina in the same season.
Yeah.
He
had plenty of Hart votes like throughout his career too. Never got at the Hart though. Hall of Famer. It's just, insane.
Even his rookie season, I completely missed this. He finished second in Hart voting. That's fucking nuts.
In his rookie season, yeah, that's crazy.
12 was it? Oh no, wait, I don't know what that is because it jumps weird. Is that what place he was in All-Star or All-Star team?
Where? Oh, yeah, I think so.
Oh, first team, second team. That's
gotcha.
Yeah,
but it's just crazy. He's got his jersey retired by the Hawks.
He was an ambassador for the Hawks ambassador. It was always great seeing him around the rink. Yeah, I mean, he was in Benny's commercials doing that weird goalie stance every time I heard a horn go off for some reason. And that was that was recently too. That was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
that's insane. And we were kind of talking before we started recording. It's like I know it's not like one of those things you publicly announce, but it's like I don't remember hearing like the team saying anything like he had cancer or a representation of Tony Esposito saying that he had cancer or anything like that. So it's kind of really, unless I'm mistaken big time and I just don't recall seeing something, this really came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I don't remember hearing anything about it either. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
but I mean, we talked about that briefly. It's like it's not really something like when he's not like really in the limelight. It's not really something that maybe everybody wants to tell the world. Like
yeah. I mean, he was 70, 78, so yeah, it's just 3-time Vezina, 5-time All-Star, Calder Trophy winner, Hall of Famer. Man, it's tough. It's like I'm really trying to like put like words to it. And it's like you don't really know it, especially with it coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It sucks that obviously we're too young to have seen him play. Yeah,
to really appreciate like watching him or anything like that. But
yeah,
just like getting to hear about him growing up, it's kind of a bummer.
I just remember too, one of the games I actually went to it was Blackhawks versus Capitals. I was so pumped because it was Ovechkin's first trip to Chicago, and it was like the first time Kane and Taves were like there. They were like a part of the team. Not his first trip to Chicago, one of the first trips to Chicago. So
Yeah.
we got tickets right up on the glass, and like we're on the end with the Capitals shoot twice, right down the goal line, and then we get there and it's Tony Esposito night. So they gave out like the little paper goalie mask that
Oh
got
yeah.
a stick that you put in front of your face. They did this huge, awesome tribute for it. And Hobby Bullen was in net, and he puts a shutout up Antonio night.
Oh yeah. That's
And
great.
yeah, and like he made this ridiculous save, just diving cross crease, saving it. It's just like it was like determined to like keep the shutout on Tony Esposito night. It was so cool. He was there. They were showing him after like the save, and he's just like, "Holy shit!" Like kind of like, just like, whoa, like it was just so cool. Like yeah, that's what I love about the Hawks. They keep these guys around as much as possible. Like Mikita, Hall, Esposito, Savard. Like we're always like those four were always there.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see that. And it's just
It
very
was,
sad we're down to 2 now.
yeah, it was also cool to just kind of almost just run into him on accident, like on the concourse. You're just like, oh shit, was that Bobby Hall just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was.
I got way too many random Bobby Hall stories. It sucks that I don't have any Mikita Esposito stories. Like
Yeah.
I never met Mikita. I never met Esposito.
Yeah, that's yeah. I have the same thing. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, I mean, shitty. And like, even speaking just of like things with cancer now,
Yeah.
like, the Hawks also released that Troy Murray is diagnosed with cancer as well. It's like, why we got to do this in the same week?
Not even like same week, like within 24 hours.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
yesterday.
it really? It
yeah.
actually it is. It is. It feels like it was like so much longer ago.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yesterday announced, and then not even that. You had Olchek 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's like they're coming for like the legends in the broadcast team. Like Troy Murray is the color analyst for WGN radio for anybody listening that's not in the Chicagoland area. He does a great job. I know there's times that like, I think, especially now coming up, once Pat Foley's gone, then I might be tuning into the radio more again. Because the radio, I feel like we are so spoiled with our TV crew and our radio crew. Like,
Yeah.
they're both fantastic. Yeah, and they kind of said like he looks forward to being back in the booth. So I'm not sure. I'm going to assume that he's not planning on announcing this year.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weird. Maybe who knows? Maybe it's not like a serious thing, and it's just one. Who knows? Like cancer's serious, obviously, but there's different levels of it clearly, and maybe it's just one that.
It says in his statement that he says, I look forward to being in the booth calling Blackhawk games in front of the most passionate and energetic fans in all of hockey. And then it's just my family and I appreciate privacy during this time as we fight this challenge.
Yeah.
Nice, simple, sweet, and it's like completely
more than he had to do.
More
than he had to do.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so two really shitty stories. I guess.
Up onto some more upbeat news about the Hawks.
Yeah, more upbeat.
And we got our boy signed.
Hagel, baby.
It's not the Colton Sissons deal that I really wanted them to go for, but I'm okay with the 3-year, 1.5 mil. I think that's well worth it, and I feel like if he just continues his play from last season, he's going to end up getting a $5-6 million contract, or at least like 4.5 as like, we'll see what happens. Like this team's kind of stacked right now. Like I'd still hope that he's able to like play on one of the top lines with Taves or something. I still pencil him in with Taves. Yeah, people like have been putting like mock like lineups out there, and they have him like third or fourth line. It's like I understand because of like the skill, but I'd rather have like Hagel up there with Taves like on first or second line.
He's a better Shaw Kajula. And those guys thrived when they got to play with Taves.
Yeah, you get Taves and Kubalik and Hagel. I think that'd be a sick line.
Oh, baby.
And then he's going to be a pretty expensive player when that third year is up.
Here's what I'm curious about though. Like he might get screwed but I guess you don't really think of it in cap hit kind of thing. But it's like, is Tyler Johnson really going to get played third line?
I think so.
Getting paid $55 million.
Yeah, but he's going to also play like penalty kill probably, and maybe on the power play as well. Like he's going to probably move up and down the lineup because Colleton likes to switch it up a fucking lot if the team's not doing too well.
Yeah,
like a lot of, or not a lot, but when in the lineup like mock-ups I was seeing, it was a lot of Tyler Johnson on Taves' wing with Kubalik.
I think it has to be Taves and Kubalik, and then I think you rotate Hagel and Johnson if need be.
It would be cool. Just go back to the Taves and Kane option.
Taves, Kane, DeBrincat.
Yeah.
So at least so I think we're all on the same page here that our top two lines is gonna be some combination of DeBrincat, Taves, or DeBrincat, Doc, Kane, Kubalik, Taves, Hagel, Johnson.
Yeah.
Probably some sort of combination of that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind somebody like sneaking up in there and like stealing a spot, but I think that like from those 7 guys, like it's going to be 6 of those 7 for sure.
Oh yeah.
I just don't see like Strome like taking over from anybody. Like, I don't know, maybe Borgstrom.
I think Borgstrom goes probably 4th line.
I think he's like 3rd.
You think 3rd?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll see.
It's hard too, Riz. Right now, it's like we don't really know who they have in their mind as a center.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Is we have so many center wing combos now. Like you got Taves, you have Tyler Johnson, you have Dylan Strome, you have Ryan Carpenter, Borgstrom, Gaudette. How do you say his name? I already forgot.
Juhar.
Yeah. Kirby. Like you have all those guys that can play center, and most of those guys can play wing too. So it's like you don't really know what they're gonna pencil in. Part of me still does. Oh God, part of me still doesn't think Strome's on this team come opening night.
I mean, we'll see. I think they're gonna see what he can do this year, and just hope that he has a bounce back year. Because if he doesn't, his contract's up, and like you can either get him for less or just get rid of him like for cheap or like nothing.
I feel like that dude's career is just okay. It's a bounce back here.
Yeah.
Like that's all it says. And the only time it wasn't said was when he came here for half a season and just tore it up with DeBrincat.
Yeah. Like the down season that they both had afterwards, like really fucked him over. And then DeBrincat just was a beast last year. And Strome was like, had all the opportunity in the world to become the first line center that he was going to be between DeBrincat and Kane, and then just couldn't keep up. It's rough.
Yeah. There's definitely someone's gonna have to go. Whether it's down to Rockford or what, but right now, according to Catfrown, there's 14 forwards signed for 12 spots. And that doesn't even include Nylander.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a deal yet. It's crazy. We're going to see like what we have, like how much money to spare right now?
Right now they've used
like
2 million
1.7.
Yeah.
I don't think he signs for more than 1.7 if he does sign. They might just like, what if he just does what William did and just hangs out until December?
It's fine, dude. Stay. Yeah. Go back to Sweden. Enjoy it.
Oh my God. just real quick before we move on, just because like I'm how excited I am to get Taves back on the Hawks subreddit. There's this post by the lone IY guy, and it's one of these Jonathan Taves like advanced stats from like 2013, where it has his previous 3 years, and and it's just like it shows how ridiculously good he was, and it's just I wish we'd have that Jonathan Taves back, but like it's just crazy how good he was. It has his like projected WAR at 100%, his efficiency, or is it efficiency or effective offense? I don't know. It's 100%. His defense is 97, power play 88, penalty kill 95, finishing 99, goals per 60 99%, first assist per 60 88%, and then penalties 96%. It's just off the charts, fucking insanely good. And this is when everybody was like saying it, like it's him and Sidney Crosby for like best player in the NHL. A lot of people are like, there's no fucking way. But then you look at this like advanced stat stuff and you're like, yeah, it kind of was.
I'm throwing this out.
I just want to see that. I just wish we could see that Taves again.
Yeah, I'm throwing this out here again. Anybody listening that understands advanced stats and wants to teach us so exactly we can know fully what all this means, let us know, because I would love to learn about advanced stats and how to properly look at this stuff. Because it's easy. It's easy right now when you're looking at this and it's like, oh yeah, it's all good.
Show me. I can read a graph.
Yeah.
Those numbers look solid.
Anything by 100, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's good. But then people showing like stuff like the Seth Jones ones and all that, where it's like there's a bunch of red and all this kind of stuff, and it's just like I want to know exactly how this is all projected and how it works and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm just generally curious about it, but I'm just too dumb to learn it on my own. So anybody who knows this stuff, let us know. We will love to have you on to talk about how this stuff works.
I wish I knew like where we could look it up on our own too. But
there was there's a site. I don't want to missay it. You could subscribe to it. I can't remember. I think it's like Evolve Hockey. And it's like
maybe
they give you like for a $5 membership a month, you get like all this stuff. You can make like those graphics and all that kind of stuff too.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool. Hopefully that's the right one.
Yeah. Well, still on the Hawks. We got someone else signed. We got Mike Hardman, 2-year deal. He didn't even need a deal. They just signed him to an extension. He already has a deal for this year. And he signed a 2-year deal making less than he did for his ELC. Like, all right, thanks, Mike.
What?
Yeah, he's making a little over $900K right now, and then his next deal is for $800,000. So,
like, you might want to fire your agent.
It could just be him wanting to be here because he
was undrafted. Yeah, undrafted player. So.
But you never know. Like I'm assuming with the time that he got last year, he had 3 points in 8 games, and when he was out there, he was noticeable. Like he was fucking grinding like crazy. And I think he knows that he can probably fight for a spot on like the 4th line this year.
Yeah, I think too. Like these type of deals and these type of players are going to be key. Just because again, it's another year that the Hawks are going to be up against the cap, and it's going to be really hard to make changes outside of the team. So you're going to need to really bank on these borderline guys, borderline AHL, NHL guys who are like maybe the depth forward type of thing to, really come in if there is like a struggle or an injury or something like that. Those are the guys you're going to have to rely on this year. So good to get as many of these guys signed down. Because like you said, he solid performer last year in the few games, little ice time that he got.
And the Hawks were not playing good at that time too.
Not at all.
At the end of that season. But yeah, he was, like I said, he was noticeable out there. So that's good. I'm glad that they're making these kind of small deals that are like keeping certain players for a little longer just to like see what they can do. And it's not going to hurt them in the long run. It's only an $800,000 like deal.
It's also kind of like, I don't know. I know it's not at all, but it's also kind of like, hey, Nylander, let's go. Let's be realistic here. I don't know if there's any contract talks at all, if he's even healthy, but it's like, look at, we're signing guys that don't even need contracts. What do you want to do?
Yeah. And the thing with his status too is like he's not even eligible to be like offer sheeted.
Yeah, so he's just stuck in limbo.
Yeah. It's like the Hawks can just be like, okay, like you either sign this deal or you just don't play. Like, sounds good, man. I just wish that he would be good.
And it's the most frustrating thing too, because it's like he's got potential. Like we've said it since the Hawks got him and all that. He's got this potential, but the same problem that was like reported in Buffalo's, like we were seeing in Chicago too, is that he just doesn't have the work ethic. Like he doesn't want to put the effort in, to be that guy. He is really living off his name.
Yeah. I
Like,
honestly, like he probably should have just played in the AHL for like a few years and like really tried to like work his way up rather than having teams be like, oh, like you were drafted high, like you should be on this team, and just keep him on the team when he's not ready. Like he should be probably like one of the leading point getters in the fucking AHL. And once he starts doing that, then you bring him up. But like him just being scratched every other fucking game isn't really doing shit, it seems like.
and I just don't think too that he would take on playing the AHL very well. I think he believes he's a Nylander. He deserves to be in the league. Like, look at Willie, look at his dad. Like, I don't know. Maybe Toronto wants him, put him with his brother. Maybe, get the brothers back together. It's the theme of this offseason. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, we can also trade for William. We'll give him a nice Tyler Johnson.
Dude, turn Seabrook to Tyler Johnson, Tyler Johnson to William Nylander.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's gonna
be Bowen would be a witch if he was
interesting to see how this team is going to shape up.
Yeah, I'm really excited once we get closer to like training camp, and even after training camp, like before the start of the season, when we really have a better idea that we can do a nice little preview episode and kind of really break down what this team's going to look like. Because like I'm excited. I am so damn excited for Hawks hockey. And this is like the first time that I'm just like, oh baby, like since probably the 2015.
Was not expecting this offseason at all.
No, not at all. And it really makes you wonder what all of a sudden, kick Bowman in the ass to do this kind of stuff. But it's super, super exciting that we have this team. We got, I still can't believe, like, it still blows my mind. We got Fleury, like, oh my God, like it's unreal.
I'm curious to know if it's like we have the cap space. They've been wanting Seth Jones, and they're like, well, if we get Seth Jones, like, what else could we do? And then it's like Vegas wants to trade Fleury. It's like, well, we have cap space, and you can probably do nothing for him. And then it's like Tampa needs help because they have like no cap space, and you could probably get somebody from them for nothing. And then they're like, oh, hey, look at that. We got 3 players that can actually do pretty well on this fucking team. Maybe we should just go for it. And it's like, let's sign Jake McCabe. Let's fucking go out there and sign some like depth guys. And like, hopefully Taves is coming back, and like, it's going to be a completely different team than like the last like 2 years. It's fucking, I'm stoked for it.
Yeah. So speaking of, that's what I wanted to talk about too. Is Marc Andre? Speaking of Marc Andre, he finally talked to, Hawks media after, I think it was like a day after we recorded. And he had some interesting like comments. There was a whole narrative out there that, oh, he got traded to the Blackhawks, that's why he wants to retire. Blah blah blah. He came out and said that it wasn't. He has nothing against the franchise. It was never because it was Chicago. It was going to be the same thing if it was any other team. He just really had to reevaluate, his career, his life, because as it was known, and we've said this from the beginning, was he's got a young family. Like he's got 3 kids, and he didn't want to uproot his family. not that he didn't want to, it's just he wasn't expecting to do it at this point in his career. He thought he had a home in Vegas and all that kind of stuff. So the trade to the Blackhawks and him saying that he wasn't sure if he's going to retire, it wasn't because it was the Blackhawks. And he put that to bed, which I was happy he did that. And I was happy to hear that too, that he's excited. He seems excited to be here. Trying to see what else really quick. Yeah, I never had anything against Chicago, the organization. I think it was just me personally, what I wanted to do. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into it. I'm very fortunate that Stan gave me some time to reflect on what I wanted to do, what was best for me and my family. He said he talked to a lot of guys that, really made it exciting. The idea of playing Chicago exciting. He goes, I thought Stan did a great job too of getting some players over the summer, trying to make this team competitive right away. So that's very appealing. Said he talked to Robin Lehner, Cam Ward, as long as former teammates Craig Adams and Chris Kunitz, who's on the coaching staff as a player development advisor. And then he's talked about the idea of playing with Kane and Taves. Really excited him. He goes, Kane is one of those guys who gave me the most trouble in shootouts during my career. Looking forward to get to practice with him every day and having some good battles with him. I think Taves looks pretty good, and hopefully he goes again. Another guy I got to know over the years. It'll be fun. They've been around a long time, have had a lot of success. Hopefully I can just do my part to help this team win some games.
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy. Love him.
I'm excited. Let's get him on. I think let's get him on a contract extension right away. Just, like we just did for Mike Hardman. Let's get him on a deal.
Let's get him and Lankinen locked down to a very good deal where it kind of shifts where, okay, Fleury's more Lankinen, and then as Fleury's age and, it's expected to go down, Lankinen pops up over him, makes it all happy.
Just a little Pecorina UC Saros situation.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's what I like.
Man. Lankinen's going to be so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be very helpful for him. Any other Hawks news?
No. I think we're gonna do a little game of starting lineup, but we'll do that at the end of the episode. We'll talk about the NHL.
I haven't even looked at anything.
Yeah, we are in the dog days of summer when there's very little hockey news, Hawks news, and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of winging this one a little bit here. We'll do a better job of planning ahead of time next time, but. Yeah, so there's still, for NHL talk, we still got some signings to talk about. It was like goalie week.
A little bit. Like they made the top news, really.
Yeah.
Let's see. When was the last time we talked? Because there's been a few signings that, I don't know if they're really out there or weird, but Thomas Tatar went to New Jersey.
Yeah, that's a great pickup. That's a great pickup for New Jersey.
New Jersey's had a pretty decent offseason, but I don't know. We'll see if they can put it together.
They're one of those teams that they seem to always make the right moves, but for some reason, it never clicks.
Yeah. Yes.
Here.
I'm trying to think of who else they have.
Here's a
Vince Dunn signed his deal with Seattle. He was their pickup in the expansion.
Marcus Johansson signed with Seattle, 1 year, 1.5.
Adam Pelech signed in the island before reaching arbitration for an 8-year deal for $46 million. That's a really good one because I'm pretty sure he was on their first line with Pulock. That's just fucking a sick defensive pairing, and to get half of your top defensive pairing for less than $6 million is pretty good considering all of the paydays that defensemen got this offseason.
Speaking of,
yeah, Darnell Nurse, fucking 8 years, 9.250. Jesus Christ.
And just like that, everybody stopped talking about Seth Jones.
No, I mean, I don't know. He had 41 points 2 years ago, 33 not this previous season, but last year, and then this previous season 36 and 56. So he's putting up points. I don't know. It must be great playing with McDavid. It's getting paid.
McDavid is the new Crosby, man. He gets everybody their contracts.
Brandon Pierlini back in the NHL after a year in Europe, signing with Edmonton.
What is Edmonton doing? Like, I don't understand what Ken Holland is, like, his game plan. Like,
doesn't matter.
What's his end
game? Let's see. Igor Shesterkin, he signed a record deal for goalies in a second contract. After his ELC, he signed a deal for 5.666, which is the highest second contract deal for a goalie ever. Previously, I think it was held by Sergei Bobrovsky, where I think he was making like 5.25, and now he makes 10 million. So, and the funny thing is, was it Frank from Hockey Illuminati was talking about this, and Shesterkin's only got 47 total NHL games played.
See, that's like what's insane. Like why this like COVID era of hockey is so insane, because it's like the same thing going in Minnesota. With
Kirill Kaprizov.
Yeah. Like 50, he's got a 55 game schedule or under his belt. Yeah, he fucking killed it. But are you really about to throw stupid money at, like, is it smart to throw stupid money at someone that hasn't even played a full season yet?
I mean, for Kirill Kaprizov, I think so, because the kid led that team in points by a good margin. He's part of the reason they fucking won so many games. That he's pretty fucking good.
Is he? But here's my question though, too. The teams he played against was basically bad California.
Yeah.
Colorado, Vegas. So it's like
Arizona,
St. Louis. So it's like he only really played 2 solid teams for an entire season.
Yeah. I don't know. You got to look at his point totals for like those 14 games or so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a great player. I'm just saying, though, too, that it's like it's really misleading.
The sample size that you get isn't exactly like versus the entire NHL. It's kind of like watered down a bit when you're playing San Jose 7 times and LA 7 times and Anaheim 7 times.
Arizona
20 times. Yeah, exactly. You get 28 out of your 56 game schedule against like teams that aren't the greatest.
Right. It's just, I'm not saying, again, not saying he's not a great player. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay.
Win the Calder though too.
Exactly. But
and then I think it's funny that like Carter Hart also signs a contract. He's played twice as many games, had a very down year last year, but like I think Philly as a whole had a down year. And he made only, where the fuck did it go? 3.979 for like every year for 3 years. So total contract is just a hair under 12 million.
And this is good. You know what? Good for Philly because this is one of those guys that it's like, if he bounces back, you have an awesome goalie. Yeah, you have an awesome goalie for very
Philly does this. Like, if you've seen this, it's every other season is in the playoffs.
Yeah.
For the past like 10 years, it's playoffs, out of the playoffs, playoffs, out of the playoffs, playoffs, out of the playoffs. So next year, guaranteed, I'm going to tell you, way too early pick. Philly's going to the fucking playoffs. Like, it's going to happen. It's just going to follow the pattern. I think part of the thing is too, like, Shesterkin is 25 and Carter Hart's only 22. So Hart's deal will end when he's 25. And then he'll probably be making even more than Shesterkin. The thing that with Shesterkin's deal being so expensive is the fact that they're eating up some UFA years for him. Like if they would have just done like a 1-year deal, I'm sure they could have gotten him for like around $4 million. But the fact that they're eating up 3 years of his like UFA eligibility, that's why they got to pay up a little bit more.
No, it definitely makes sense. It's one of those head scratchers because and we've talked about this before too. It's like, it's crazy because now you're not paying for what the player does. You're paying for what they could do.
Yeah.
Their potential. You're paying on their potential.
They've seen, he's not a bad goalie. Like, he's pretty fucking goddamn good. And their team is young and just getting better. So I think it's good to lock up a solid goaltender. I think he's just had like I don't know if he's had like injury issues, but like every other time I'm trying to watch the Rangers, like they're like, oh, Shesterkin's out. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I guess I'll never watch him play.
Yeah, who's their backup?
Georgiev,
Yeah, but he
Georgiev,
requested a trade.
Georgiev, and then they have Keith Kincaid as well.
So it's probably gonna be Kincaid if they're if
Unless they make a move, I
yeah.
think. But watch them get like Tuukka Rask.
Did you see Hank is
Oh yeah.
Lundqvist posted a picture talking about he's like, I don't know how many times I've ever untied and tied these pads up. He goes, and here I am trying to figure out how to do it again. And it's him like getting back on the ice.
Oh really? That'd
Yeah.
be cool. I hope watch him sign in fucking Tampa. It's gonna happen.
Fuck that.
He's gonna sign in Tampa. Who else just signed in Tampa?
Perry.
Oh,
Perry signed.
Corey Perry signed in Tampa.
So that means they're losing.
Zach Bogosian signed in Tampa too.
Took less money and term. He took a longer deal than he probably had to.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like these guys are just like, yeah, this team's just gonna keep winning, so I'm just gonna be a part of it. It's fucking. I mean, it's a good plan. It's just fucking hilarious. I'm trying to think. It's weird. Like, yeah, Tuukka Rask is still out there as a free agent. I forgot that Boston signed Linus Ullmark.
Tuukka Rask is injured.
Yeah, but
so
like,
I don't think he's gonna sign with anybody until he's
healthy.
And I think it's gonna be Boston on like a very team friendly deal.
I don't know. He was also talking about just retiring too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's always out there, but I mean, I can't.
Also, Boston only has like $1 million in cap space.
Yeah, I can't see him going anywhere else though. I either think he retires.
I don't even know if they actually. Yeah, I guess they do have. Yeah, they have $1 million cap space. Like he could. Yeah, he could just retire. 3-time Stanley Cup appearance. Wait, 4-time. Wait, 3-time. No, 3-time.
Vancouver, Chicago,
3-time Stanley Cup Finals.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
He's only won one.
Yeah, but he didn't even win it.
Yeah, suck it.
Tim Thomas won it.
Suck it, nerds in Boston, thinking you guys are greatest things in the world. Fuck you guys.
All right. Other things. Let's see. Anaheim signed 3 of their young guys, which is pretty great. Maxime Comtois, Max Jones, Josh Mahura. And Jacob Verana avoided arbitration. He got a pretty sick deal in Detroit, 3 years, $5.250. He immediately after that trade, both teams won that right away.
Oh, like, yeah.
Mantha was playing insane for Washington, and then Detroit got everything and more from Verana. Like, it was crazy. That was a win-win deal. I mean, we'll see how that works out in the future, but I think that one's just what has been great for both teams.
Yeah, I'm really, I hate to say this, I'm really excited to see what Detroit does.
In the next like 5 years or so, they're going to be definitely top of the Eastern Conference.
It's like it's going to go back to.
It's the Yzer plan.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened in Tampa.
So they're going to go 18 million over the cap, and Yzer's like, I'm out. Peace.
No. See, Yzerman didn't do that. That was Brisebois. Yzerman, he's working on getting them to the top of the show, like the top of the list, though. Yeah, they're going to be. Yeah, they have a goalie of the future. We talked about this last time, man. Like, they have a goalie of the future. They have like young guys that are going to lead their fucking offense. They have young defensemen that are playing insane overseas. Yeah, they're gonna end up being pretty fucking good.
You got Dylan Larkin, who
I can say it now officially that we won the Brandon Pierlini trade.
Yeah.
Like, we still have our guy, the Alec Regula. So real happy about that. Pierlini's in Edmonton with Duncan Keith. Is any other Blackhawk in Edmonton?
I don't know. I gotta look at the team.
No, I don't think so.
See, it's funny too. Like you notice, I don't know if it's just noticed recently or what, but it's like when players leave the Hawks, I feel it's like at least it's like they go in bunches. I feel like,
Yeah, like they go to the same teams.
yeah, like it's so funny.
Yeah. Well, everyone just wants everything that we have. It's fine.
Everybody, it's Carolina, Florida. We took our damn coach.
Let's see. All right. So I think almost all the news. There's this. All right. So let me know. I don't know the deal with this. The NCAA and players or just athletes making money. I don't understand what the deal is.
They can now make money off their likeness. They can sign like sponsorship deals. They can do like get paid to do this shit now.
Yes.
You don't have to do it on their team anymore.
The Panthers signed the University of Miami's quarterback to a name, image, and likeness agreement.
Yeah.
And I'm so confused
why
they chose a quarterback to do this. I don't it's weird to me, but like cool, great for this kid. His name's I don't know if it's Derek or De'Eric King. But I think it's really funny. Like, good for him. He's making money.
He's gonna be like doing appearances at Panthers games. They're coming up with apparel for him. Like it's just weird. Like I get it. Like I understand. Like the whole college athlete likeness thing now. But I don't understand a football going to hockey.
I don't know. I guess it because it wouldn't make sense for him to sign with like an NFL team. Because you can't. I don't know if you can't because like what if you don't get drafted by that team or something like that? Do they have to draft you? Like I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be like because that's got to be considered like tampering.
Right? How would it be considered tampering?
If you're doing an NFL, if you're doing an NFL team,
yeah, but you can't tamper with like a draft. If like somebody else drafts him and you'd be like, sorry, he's under contract with us already for his name, image, and likeness.
Yes,
like, it's just really funny to me.
It just doesn't seem like it should be allowed to do like same sport.
Yeah, but that's why it's kind of really funny because like when I had the update on my phone, I was like, oh, did they mean the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, like because they made the mistake too on ESPN made the mistake during the expansion draft too. They're talking about the Carolina Panthers, the pick from the Carolina Panthers, and the Carolina Hurricanes changed their picture on their Twitter to like the hand drawn like their logo, but with like a panther face, kind of like.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then the Carolina Panthers put the Hurricanes logo on theirs, but they did it in their Panthers colors, which I was like, that actually kind of looks sick. But like,
it's too funny because I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? I had to like look it up right away. I didn't understand it. I still don't really understand it, but okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I don't understand. I saw that too, and I was just like that. I'm like, cool, but I'm like, doesn't make sense, but I'm not gonna question it. I don't understand it.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. So anything else news wise?
No. I don't think so. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. So we're gonna do this. It's gonna be very
figure this out right away.
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure this out. I may or may not have been slowly kind of like looking at names as we've been talking. So we're gonna do a starting lineup. I think for this one, let's just do 3 forwards, 2D, 1 goalie. Doesn't have to be center, winger, winger, unless you want to.
I think it's just 3 forwards, 2 defense, and a goalie.
Yeah. So 3 forwards, 2D, 1 goalie. So the topic for this one is going to be players that you either forgot played for the Hawks or maybe didn't do much on their time with the Hawks.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, take a pause real quick, just so we can kind of do a little bit of homework here.
Yeah.
And we will be right back. All right, we're back after a little bit of homework that we probably should have did before, but you know what? Like I said, dog days of summer, we're fucking winging this shit. So, as a recap, we are doing a starting lineup for either the top players that you forgot played for the Blackhawks or just players that you just totally forgot played for the Blackhawks. Doesn't have to be good. Doesn't have to be great.
I just love that you're saying a recap because, I mean, that's a recap for us because, like, with the recording,
It's going to be edited.
You will have just said this and then said it again as a recap. But yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
So, just so me and Tanner are on the same page. So, would you like to go first?
No.
No?
No, I'm okay. You go first.
All right. I will go. I'm going to go defense first.
Okay.
I'm going Paul Coffey.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good one.
He played 10 career games with the Chicago Blackhawks and had 4 assists.
It's not too shabby.
Put him in the rafters, boys.
If we're going defense, let's see, which one do I want to do? Oh, I think I'm going to go with Rob Scuderi.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You forgot he played for the Hawks. His career stats, 783 games played, 110 points, 2-time Stanley Cup winner. And then with the Hawks, 17 games played, no points, -6. Rob Scuderi, come on down.
And we traded him to LA and we ate some of his salary for it too.
Yeah.
All right. Switching up to forward. I'm going with Theo Fleury.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even write that one down. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot
He played 50,
Theo.
Yeah, 54 games for the Chicago Blackhawks. Had 12 goals, 21 assists for 31 points, and he is a fellow crony. He's got Crohn's disease too, if anyone knows what that is. Okay.
Yeah. This is one I just found this one. I might do this one. Yeah, okay. Forward. We're gonna do a forward as well.
Okay.
It is Chris Simon. Do you even know who that is?
No.
Stanley Cup winner. He played. What is this? Played 15 years in the NHL. 782 games, 305 points, 61 games in Chicago with 18 points in 2002, 2003. He was big he was on Washington when they made it to the finals, I believe, against Detroit and got swept.
Okay.
Just kind of like a role guy. Yeah. I just remember hearing his name. But yeah, he played all the way till he was 36 years old. Started when he was 21, 15 years.
Good for him.
Yeah. Washington for 7 years. He was in Quebec. He actually got drafted by Quebec and then was on Colorado when they won. Went to Calgary, Islanders, Chicago, Rangers, and then ended in Minnesota. Yeah, forgot about him.
Jesus. Yeah, even you describe that, I still don't remember him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. I'm sticking with forwards. Yannick Perreault.
I didn't forget about Yannick. He's the face-off master.
Yeah, so he played 53 games for Chicago. He had 9 goals, 5 assists for 14 points, but his claim to fame is he is the all-time leader in face-off percentage in NHL history.
Yeah. He's a face-off master. He's the guru. I'm going to switch it up and go defense again. I think I'm going to go with, I believe who Scuderi was traded for, Christian Ehrhoff. And I mean, Ehrhoff has had a decent career too. I don't think it's not nearly as long as Scuderi's, but yeah, he had 789 games played, 339 points, played for San Jose, Vancouver, Buffalo, a little bit in Pittsburgh, and then was in LA, and then got traded to Chicago and played 8 games and got 2 points.
Let's go.
Back in 15-16, baby.
All right. So I want to see. I'm doing this one just because I'm very curious to see. You mentioned this when you were doing research. Are you gonna put him at forward or defense? So
Oh,
I'm gonna do who I think you're talking about, and I'm picking him as forward.
okay. Go for it.
Wendell Clark.
I wasn't who I was talking about, but I
Oh,
did have him on my list.
Wendell Clark played 13 games for the Chicago Blackhawks, put up 2 goals.
All right. Did you this is the one that I thought was very surprising because I didn't even know this. Um Bruce Boudreau.
See, okay, you said Bruce, so I'm gonna go with the Bruce that I found, but I did not know Bruce Boudreau played for.
Yeah. Bruce Boudreau played for like Toronto and he played for the Hawks in 85, 86. But this is I don't know what the deal is here. So he played in the WHA as a 21-year-old and then played for Toronto at 22 and played from 22 to 27. Then he didn't play again until he was 31 on the Blackhawks. He played 7 games and had a goal. And it's crazy to me because his stats are 141 games played, 70 points.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's a point, like a half point per game player, and just only played 141 games. So yeah, Bruce Boudreau. That was my pick there.
Okay, so I'm assuming he was a forward.
Yeah, he's a center.
Yeah. So we'll stick with the Bruces that you were surprised play for the Blackhawks. How about Bruce Cassidy?
Okay.
He played his entire career with the Blackhawks.
That's surprising.
36 games, 4 goals, 13 assists. Defense.
That's fucking weird.
And now he is the head coach of the Boston Bruins.
Yeah. A lot of coaches coming out of the Hawks. It's funny. I don't know what I want to do. I'll go goalie since I feel it like why not? I'm gonna do Brian Boucher.
Yeah, he had a cup of coffee here.
Yeah, nobody remembers Brian Boucher playing for the Blackhawks. And it's funny because they ended up playing him in the Stanley Cup Finals against Philly. Like not too long after that. He played 15 games for the Hawks in 06-07, got 1 win and 10 losses.
Jesus. You were
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. At the time, he was 30. He made it to the Stanley Cup Finals as a 33-year-old in Philly on accident.
Well, so going from one TV personality goalie to another. The one I was originally gonna say, is that storming out?
Yeah.
Because I think I can hear thunder. I don't know if it's like upstairs.
No, it's my windows rattling right now, too.
Yeah, I hear thunder bad out here too.
That's
Okay.
funny.
So I originally was gonna say Adam Monroe. He was my favorite goalie that I wish would have picked up with the Hawks that just never made it. But who I'm gonna go with, holy jumping, Darren Pang, baby.
81 total games in the NHL,
The 5
all
foot
with the
nothing.
Blackhawks.
The 5 foot nothing wonder.
5'5", 155. That's really funny.
My favorite picture of him is
4.05 goals against average in his career with an 8.82 save percentage.
I love the picture of him wearing was it Bishop or Vasilevsky's gear, and he just looked like a child.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's funny because even looking at this, he was on the all rookie team when he was 23, and he was third in Calder voting with 45 games played, 17 wins, 23 losses, an 8.91 save percentage, and 3.84 goals against average. All rookie team, third in Calder voting still. What the fuck happened that year?
Holy jumping.
Oh my god. Okay, so the last one for me is a forward of guys that you forgot played for the Hawks. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do Sean Thornton.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean Thornton played actually like I think more games than everybody else I had on my list. But he was what the fuck? Was it? I don't know. I'm on goalies. That's why. I was like, I'm trying to pull his stats up so I can fucking look at it real quick, but I'm in the goalies page and like that's why it's not working. I'm an idiot. Sean, there we go. He played 21 games and had 3 points over 3 years from when 13 games when he was 25, 8 games when he was 26, and then 10 games when he was 28. Oh, because there's a lockout year. Duh. But yeah, so he had 3 points through the, whatever I say, 31 games.
Yeah.
He was a big role, I guess, on Boston as like a grinder, helped them win a Stanley Cup. And then he was in Florida. He played till he was 39 years old, man. Like, had a good career, actually. 705 games played, 102 points, 1,103 penalty minutes.
He was that one of those last like enforcers that was able to like just slide under and just be like, hey, I'm still relevant and I can still help kind of thing.
Yeah.
He was one of the last few.
Yeah. He
solid
played
list.
Three years in Hawks.
Very solid list. I don't think we're winning any Stanley Cups with these starting lineups, but I would love to hear what you guys think on these teams.
Well, do you have any honorable mentions? Like, what else did you have on your list?
So on my list too, I had Peter Bondra.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Doug Gilmour.
Yeah, well, it's like I have Chemo Timonen, but like, it's like you kind of forget that he played. So he didn't really play. He had no points.
But he got his cup.
But he got his cup. I had Paul Coffey. I also had Michael Layton.
Michael Layton, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other goalie again that we played in the Stanley Cups, but in the Stanley Cup final in 2010, but we didn't have him until afterward. Also GM of the Buffalo Sabres, Kevin Adams, played 27 games and had 2 points on the Blackhawks. And then one that I thought was kind of funny that I completely forgot about was Andreas Martinson, who played for the Hawks in like a couple seasons in like 2016, 2017.
And that's recent. I still don't even remember that.
Yeah. That's why I was like, Andreas Martinson. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh yeah. That's right.
I also had Robert Lang, Bobby Orr.
Robert Lang's a good one.
And Dale Talon.
Hugh Suter. Forgot that he played for us. God damn, so long ago.
Zadorov, who you forgot played for the Blackhawks already.
Oh yeah, I saw his name and I was like, fucking Zadorov. I was like, oh yeah. Oh, Yaroslav Spacek is a good one too. When the fuck did he play for the Hawks? 60 games in 01-02. I didn't even fucking remember that at all. 808 games played, 355 points. Played fucking 50 with the Hawks that year and had 23 points. Okay. No clue. That's fine.
All right. Yeah. So let us know.
It's a fun game to play.
Yeah, these are fun, and I definitely want to do these more. So definitely let us know what type of starting lineups we should be making. And I think, you know what? Fuck it. In the summer, let's extend it. It doesn't have to be Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Just hockey. Come up with a hockey topic to make starting lineup on.
Like
all lefties, all righties.
Best players to have over 1,000 penalty minutes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's gonna be a really old school one.
And there's a lot of names too that you probably wouldn't even think would be on that list.
Yeah.
But all right, so that was Chris.
Oh yeah, true. That's true.
He's the all-time leader in Blackhawks for penalty minutes.
Yeah, that'd actually be a pretty fucking good list, actually.
Yeah,
it'd be a good team if they weren't all in the fucking box the whole game.
Domi, Bob Probert.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, shut up. We'll do that some other time.
Okay, so yeah, this is episode 148. What do we want to call it? I think we should probably do something for Tony.
Yeah. I don't know. You can do it.
Oh, come on.
I'm drawing a blank right now. See, like,
just do Tony O.
Yeah, like, I mean, what was the episode for 35? Was that Tony one the Esposito?
Just the Esposito.
I mean, yeah, it's what would it be? Like R.I.P. Tony.
Let's just call it Tonio. Like, let's not make
Yeah.
it. Yeah, we'll call it the Tonio.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be like, I want it to be small to like be a title, but like not be insensitive or weird.
Yeah.
Like peace out, Tony. Not like that. Like
Say hi to Stan, Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad. Okay. I'm wrapping this up before it.
And
So, yeah, that was episode 148, the Tonio. Thanks again for checking us out. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you find your podcast at. Leave comments on our YouTube and all that good shit too. Review 5 stars. Then say whatever you want in the comments, but make sure it's 5 stars.
leave us some stuff to draft. Do some drafts.
Yeah, draft
lineups.
Yeah, draft ideas, lineup ideas, top 5 ideas. Let's have some fun this summer. Ooh, I got one, but I'll save it. All right, and then DraftKings promo code THPN. Follow the Hockey Podcast Network on all social media, HockeyPodNet, and make sure you follow us on social media at WCB Podcast. Yeah, I think that's about to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so for Jarom and Tanner, we'll see you on the next one.
See you later, boys. Love you. Bye.